Good evening, esports fans. This is Bang on My Drums here to bring you another exciting installment of the PMAOWL Overwatch League. Tonight's contest, Turtles I Love Them versus the currently 1-0 Fat H. Tonight's game is going
Woo!
to make things very exciting. We joined in the casting booth tonight by Fox McCumulus, and we'll have the esteemed commissioner himself, Liam Griffin, running cams. I am
Yeah,
very curious to see how things are going to go tonight. We've got a couple of old heads back in the lineup this evening. We've got the Banana Man, who some of you may know as Blue, making his return to the FIME Alpha Overwatch League after a few seasons outside of Overwatch in general. And we got Flatbed Fred gracing us with his presence this evening, running as a sub for Fox and the Hounds. So got a lot of interesting characters in the lineups tonight. Uh, I did not. Oh, so apparently Flatbed Fred is supposed to be on Turtles I Love Them. Uh, Not sure
mm,
who he's playing. I didn't
correct.
think he was
He
in
is
this
subbing
season.
for Lazy Turtle.
Okay, that's what I
Yes,
thought. Yeah, because I thought there was no way Mercury didn't draft Lazy Turtle. That just doesn't happen.
that's correct. Yeah, yeah,
And it
it should be a
looks
good
like,
match.
yeah, it definitely should be a good match. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of crazy support play tonight. Just
I
having
agree.
Flatbed Fred there, having I'm not sure where they're gonna put Banana Man. I'm not sure if they're gonna. I don't know. I didn't see the game that their team played last week, so I'm not sure if
Hmm.
they're gonna put him on tank or if they're gonna put. He can play pretty much anything. So it's all question marks. And oh, that's right. We've got Guy Fieri in the mix tonight as well, which I kind of
Remind me real quick. This is like my first time running the lobby. The tank is at the first position,
yeah. It goes
correct?
tank, DPS,
Okay.
support in that order. So I
All
would
right. So we have
imagine.
Banana and Mercury on DPS.
Not really surprised there with Banana Man. I think that was probably the role that he was scariest on back
Yeah,
in
I
the
would agree with
day.
that. Here we are.
And I imagine, of course, we're going to have Bo Dangle running his classic Doomfist for Fox and the Hounds. Um, yeah, it was that was a really fun match to watch. He really put on a clinic on Doomfist. And we've got Flatbed Fred and Fish currently rounding out the lineup. Oh no, we got Hawk in there.
It is
Okay,
Fish and Hawk, correct? Yeah. And
Fish
I'm
and
still
Hawk.
waiting on lineups from Fox and the Hounds if they could hurry it up.
Oh,
Ah, I
oh,
see. Makes sense.
it's Mercury
He
picking the
is
map.
correct.
And we got Papa Brown Man on tank. So we're going to see. Oh, Lijiang Tower. Oh, surprising considering how much Mercury hates control maps.
Maybe
I'm.
they're trying to. This has been like kind of a strategy on my team as well, where if we know that there's a specific map in a game mode that we don't want to play, we'll pick like a different map within the control so that it doesn't get picked like later on. So maybe just trying to like really not play on Elios or like really not play on Oasis, some kind of map that they don't feel suits them.
Interesting. Well, I'm not a captain this season, so I don't care. I'm just gonna tell my captain to figure it out. And regrettably, I actually won't be at my game tomorrow. I'm a little sad about it.
No, but we have a match tonight
We sure do.
that sure will be
And
a great time.
FoxM might eventually figure out what his lineup's going to be. I mean, I think we all know it's going to be him on DPS, but Angle's going to be on tank, and then I think it's probably just going to be the Fleeblebop Phanto support line, and then, you know,
Yeah.
question mark profit from there.
We might be able to see some Guy Fieri tank. Yep, he is actually just coming through. We're gonna see Guy Fieri on tank, which I think is gonna do really well for them on control, especially because Guy Fieri is an excellent a veteran Rhine player, so he's gonna have a good time playing on like the deathmatch, super close quarters kinds of maps.
Yeah, I think that those are going to be, the most similar to Overwatch 1, considering that I was actually just looking at his career profile. He basically hasn't played this game, or at least not in comp, since Season 2. So there's a lot that's changed, and I think with him and Papa Brown Man, we're definitely going to be seeing the Rhine v Rhine, which I am definitely a fan of. We got FoxM riding the bench to start the first map. That's a bold strategy. I mean, they've got Bodangling on DPS, so they'll be all right. But I'm just surprised that FoxM not willing to ride the bench on map 1. That is definitely a not the call I would have made. Might want to just make sure those spectators are spectating the correct teams as well.
Correct. Yeah. Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure I have a pause, just because we know how PMAOWL works.
Just Control Shift Plus.
Control Shift Plus. Beautiful. That works out.
Yeah.
Spectating. Spectate. Okay. I see. 2 seconds.
Running lobbies
Separate.
is always the most annoying part of this.
Yeah.
Because
Just gotta make sure you got all your T's crossed and all your I's dotted, all that kind of stuff. But I believe we are all ready. We're just waiting for R's from each team.
yeah, exactly. Your eyes crossed and your T's dotted. You got it.
Right.
So with that, gonna go ahead and get us a little bitty prediction going. See, who do we think will win the first map? Is it gonna be Tilt? Is it gonna be Fat H? Feel free to cast your votes. And if you don't, that's you're boring.
Yeah, I think if I were to make a prediction, I think that Guy Fieri on tank, he does. One, he's just a solid tank. He's got good mechanics, a good handle on the characters that he plays. But two, he's very good at keeping the team together. And I feel like on control points, especially Lijiang Tower, which is kind of a brawl heavier map, that Guy Fieri is really, really strong to have on tank in those kinds of situations. And we do have ours, so we are going to get this started.
Nope.
Just kidding. Are they baiting me?
No, it's because Banana Man kind of baited you there, bud.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower.
Oh no, I left the game by accident. I did that instead of show lobby.
Okay, well, Liam's now the game owner, and it looks like we're just going to start anyway. So here we go.
Match.
That's okay, I don't need to cast. I don't need to see it to cast.
Yeah, we'll just ban blue from chat for the remainder of the match. Easy peasy. Problem
Oh,
solved.
no, that sounds good to me.
All right, well, Mercury Turtle is ready. And now Eric's trolling. Now they're all just trolling. We just got all these R's, and I'm actually kind of sad that chat cannot actually see the absolute hilarity that is happening in match chat right now. But Nick, you just hit Control Shift Plus again, and we'll unpause.
Right, that is my job. There we are. All right. Again, chat, please forgive me. This is the first time I'm running the lobby, so kinks to iron out.
Ready for battle.
Apparently, Dead Zone voted literally all of his points to Tilt. Well, that is a solid gamble, sir, and we'll see how that plays out. And you were right. We've got the Reinhardt from Guy Fieri, but Papa Brown Man on the Monkey, which I don't hate. Especially when they got the double flyers coming out from Mercury Turtle and Banana Man.
Yeah, and they did end up switching out the Lucio. I was a little bit worried about that. Because the Lucio with the Mercy that's expected to stick with the Flyers, it can be kind of tough, but I definitely like the Ana a little bit more. And we do have a Sim.
Yeah, Funky Monk Sim. And Funky loves to play the Symmetra. Definitely a comfort pick for him. I think he'll definitely get a good amount of use out of that. Winston might make his life a little more difficult, but we'll see. So far, looks like Fat H just getting solid point presence here, and it's just Papa Brown Man trying to make some space for his team, but Bodangle's going to get the first pick there. Guy Fieri very low against Suzu, and that is going to be a solid fight win without many kills on either side. Just
yeah, that's pretty
a solid fight.
pretty immediate like point capture. Unfortunate for Banana Man, that flank that he had on the back line was just a little bit poorly timed, but down goes Guy Fieri. We're trading out.
That Banana Man laser, but Bodangle's there to respond and take out Mercury Turtle. Hawk going down too is going to remove any possibility of res there. Now, Funky Monk just kind of lasering people.
You know, that might be the fastest 2 fights in PMAOWL history.
Yeah, we're only at 30%. Granted, I feel like not much really happened in that first fight. Like it just kind of they all kind of stood there. Like there's really only one pick before the point got captured.
It's true, but look, we have both support ults coming up on the side of Fat H, along with Dragons as well. Shatter coming online. We have a couple ults for Tilt coming in as well, and Dragons coming out initially.
Yeah, big pick by Bodangle there to take down Banana Man, who is kind of jumping in there. And we get both support ults. I think Phantom might want that beat back. Might have been a little overkill, but just another solid team fight here for Fat H. Just kind of throwing the kitchen sink, but they won it decisively.
Yeah, a little bit expensive on the ult economy, that's definitely for sure, but we'll just hopefully have a solid wall. The sim wall coming up is going to be extremely important as well for this team.
Right now, Mercury Turtle has Barrage, Hawk's got Valkyrie, we have Nano, we have Angry Monkey. Right now, Turtle's Tilt. Oh no, Banana Man getting flattened by Guy Fieri. That has gotta hurt. And Guy Fieri just walking just straight forward, pressing W into the enemy team with zero fear whatsoever. And Turtles, I love them, just not really seeming to get a cohesive push together right now. Mercury Turtle is there on point, getting swatted. Once again, Banana Man losing the duel to Bodangle as Papa Brown Man is on point. The barrage comes out from Mercury Turtle, but there's too many lasers, and down she goes. And there's Hawk trying to get the res off, just, doesn't quite finish it. There's the shatter onto the nanoed monkey.
And that's how you spot a true Reinhardt player, everybody.
You shatter them to send a message.
You shatter the one person that's left.
Score.
All right. Really, it's going to be really tough, I think, for Turtles I Love Them to break past the sim control of like the point itself. Li Jiang is notorious for that. Because I mean, we didn't even get a sim wall ultimate. Like, not a ton of like ultimate cycling. Right.
Bodangle was just popping off and killing Banana Man at the start of almost every fight.
Yeah, Banana Man was caught out a little bit. We do see Banana Man switching over to the sim themselves. So we're gonna have a little duel of the tiny beams, as I like to call it, because it's not a Zarya. It's not a big beam. It's just a tiny blue beam. We do have the same TP coming out as well. Both sides.
Oh, so Banana Man is deciding to fight fire with fire here, which I don't hate. Especially into the Reinhardt. He's going to get huge quantities of charge. Guy Fieri already very low, already having to get Suzu out to keep himself in the fight. And right now, Turtles I Love Them doing a much better job of positioning themselves here. They've got the choke kind of held down here, and they've got solid control of server room there. And down goes two, Bodangle and Guy Fieri going down. So does Funky Monk. And we see Mercury Turtle just doing what they do best and playing cowboy.
Yeah, I think Banana Man's game, like the Overwatch instincts, I'll call it, is definitely starting to shine here. Because if you were to see like an outside perspective, you'll notice that Banana Man got his sim turret set up so much faster than Funky Monk, and that really just created so much pressure that Guy Fieri could not like break through. He just ended up going down.
Oh no, there's a big pick on Fleeblebop with the sim ball there. And now just anytime they walk through, there's 3 turrets. And they have an Ilari now from Hawk, so they've got the pylon set up next to the turrets. Ooh, Fleeblebop managing to get some revenge there in Banana Man. But it's
and just look at the ult charge.
Yeah, damn, Banana Man already has ult. Guy Fieri, though, already has his ult, too. But he's gonna... There it is! He gets 2 with it!
Whoa.
He's not really able to walk forward. The slow from the sim turrets is too much. Fleeblebop ends up actually being the one that goes down to get the beat coming in there late. Oh, Hawk almost got flattened there by Guy Fieri. This is a close call. And now Guy Fieri getting swung on by Papa Brown Man and bullied by Fish. Here's Bodangle with the Dragon Strike. It's gonna get 1, and here comes the Ilari ult. That's got 3. You can see if there's any follow-up on it. And oh no, Fish actually got picked off there by Bodangle, but Hawk's there to respond. And we see Banana Man now just almost in Fat H's spawn here. Papa Brown Man just shattering Guy
my
Fieri.
God, no!
Kills Fleeblebop, dies for it, but honestly, that's a Chad play if I ever saw one. Fanto was actually on point there, got taken out by Mercury Turtle. Now, Fish and company kind of on the ropes here. It's just, okay, well, no, Hawk's back there. They're still trying to hang on here, and Papa Brownman speeding in, getting the long-distance pin, and the kill of Guy Fieri with some help from Mercury Turtle. Fleeblebop popping that Kitsune Rush, a little bit of a panic ult, and it looks like we're going to be turning things around here. Down goes Funky Monkey, managed to get the sim wall off, but it's 97%, 98%, 99. We're into overtime here. Guy Fieri getting drilled by these sim turrets, but he still manages to pick off Papa Brownman, but nobody touches, and that's a 100-0. Flipping things around, and Turtles, I love them, are still in it.
Yeah, it just goes to show how unforgiving this map can be when you have, rivaling symmetric comps. Just like whoever gets that first point control as the sim is just at such an advantage. That's why you usually see like a Lucio along with it. On this map in particular, you'll see like the TP right to point, because it is all about getting on point, setting your sim up, and just like protecting the sim so that way you can cycle, your sim walls and things like that.
Yeah,
but it's super unforgiving.
And Banana Man just had that down better. So here we go. We got the same exact comp coming out from Turtles. I love them, and my guess is they will definitely get into their teleporter first, and they do. They are well set up on point before Guy Fieri and company just choose to walk straight in. And they are going to have a hell of a time with that. Ooh, Fanto already getting blasted down by Mercury Turtle. We see now Guy Fieri and company going to choose to take the side push here to see if they can create some space. Both Rhines just swinging away at each other, but Papa Brownman's got a lot of sustain from that Ilari, and Guy Fieri is going to be the one who goes down first. And oh, Papa Brownman wanted Funky Monk on that Reaper. Just did not quite get him, but he still goes down in the end. Now Papa Brownman absolutely relentless right now as he charges in, flattens Bodangle on the Tracer, and they're practically touching spawn door here. This is just brutal. What a first fight. Turtles, I love them.
Yeah, they are definitely running a clinic right now. We do have some hero swaps coming from the side of Fat H. Opting for the Hanzo again, which was doing Bodangle really well in the first 2 points. In the first point especially. But we're losing the sim. And see, this is the hard part about Lijiang, is figuring out a way to get past these sim walls. And you see they're taking high ground, which is a very clever plan.
Yeah, unfortunately for Funky Monkey, he dropped down just a little bit early. His tank wasn't with him. So he just kind of sat out there in the open and got shredded. That is not what you like to see. Now, Guy Fieri managed to help a little bit with his team and take out the Ilari turret there, but right now Banana Man just at such high charge on this sim, he just can't be killed. The solo shatter! And the responding shatter from Papa Brownman!
Oh, man.
Absolutely colossal, gets the bonk to boot, and look at this man lighting up the kill feed.
My goodness. Guy Fieri thought he was going for a hero play, but the real hero was Papa Brownman in the end.
Wait a second. They just now captured the point.
Yeah, who needs it?
That was like a good 2 minutes where nobody captured.
I mean, look at all the ultimates.
Oh my god. Even Foxham just looking at his team, the true PMA here. Looks like Mercury Turtle's gonna do the tactical reload, as they call it. Papa Brownman charging across the map to flatten Fanto. And here comes the Ilari ult. Guy Fieri is gonna get pinged with that, and down he goes. And this is gonna be another solid fight win for Turtles. I love them as Papa Brownman just swinging away once again. Bodangle trying to get some work in on there on the Hanzo, but just not able to find as much purchase as he'd like. And right now, we're actually, the ults are more or less in favor of Fat H here. You've got
That was
Rally coming up.
a very expensive fight for the side of Turtles. I love them.
I think they're definitely getting a little bit cocky with that. You know, they definitely threw a couple of ults in because they could. Here comes Funky Monk. He's gonna walk in the back of the team. He's got a pretty good opportunity here. Gets booped to the side and takes out 2. A huge play to start things off. Fleeblebop helping out with a little pick. Funky Monk does go down, but oh no, down goes Fleeblebop too. Fanto's there on point, just gonna have to kind of hang out and hope for the best. Guy Fieri actually manages to take up Papa Brownman, and is just continuing to put in some work here.
Oh my goodness.
And the high noon, and oh, Guy Fieri, you had to just walk away from it, bud. I know he was seeing red there.
He was absolutely seeing red.
And oh,
Here we have
a nice pick there on Hawk. That's gonna be huge. He's plugging away with these Reaper shotguns. Down goes Banana Man. That's a huge pick. And now, oh, Papa Brownman getting kind of bullied by this Manto Brigida right now, and just not able to respond there. And now, once again, Guy Fieri going straight for Mercury Turtle.
You know, Overwatch doesn't have a Battle Royale mode, but if there was, I think it would look something like this. There were about 17 different fights happening on all over the map, and each fight kind of like merged together in its own self. And yeah, that was a couple different fights that all went sort of in everybody's favor.
Speaking of which, the sneaky Sim TP coming back. There's a big shatter.
Oh my.
And Guy Fieri charging up that Terror Surge, but down he goes. That is unfortunate. There's a big Sim wall. Here comes the K-Rush. You can see they can make something out of it. Down goes Fanto. Down goes Funky Monk. This is getting really dicey here. Fleeple Bop's the only one left, and he's not going to last long. And that was a solid fight win for Turtles. I love them. Still got almost 3 ultimates here after that fight.
Yeah, that just goes to show how strong the Sim wall is. I mean, they still have the Deadeye coming online. They have the Illari ult. They have the Beat coming on, and these are going to be huge in these last couple seconds of this match.
Yeah, a little Cruel Sun, a little high noon, a little boop, or rather a little sound barrier. And once again, Papa Brownman just charge. Down goes Fanto, down goes Fish, but Guy Fieri's in the fight. Honestly, if you're Fat H right now, this does not look good. Fleeple Bop is the only one there. And he's just, I don't know why he was even in there. But, oh, he had to. It was overtime. And
that is game 1.
And that is game 1. Definitely felt like it to me. Come from behind victory for Turtles. I love them to win that first series 2-1.
Yeah, that was scrappy to say the very, very least. But that's kind of a thing for PMAOWL, Lijiang Tower. You know, it's usually the first match of the night. People are kind of warming up.
Oh, look. O'Dangle just absolutely missing several shots and then bonking several people.
You know, he hit enough of them, though. That's usually what counts.
You gotta love the plays of the game when you just watch somebody miss a whole bunch of shots and then hit like 2.
Exactly. Especially the Hanzo ones, because normally for sniper characters, it usually like puts weight towards like the headshots and such. So it'll be Hanzo just like flailing around, and suddenly amongst all of it are 2 headshots.
And here we go. Speaking of flailing around, it looks like Lazy Turtle actually making an appearance in the lobby tonight.
Whoa.
So we will not be seeing Flatbed Fred play this evening, which I'm honestly a little sad about. Because I miss him. And his Ana play is kind of disgusting. So, definitely...
Lazy Turtle's Ana play is nothing to shake your head at either.
I know, but I was on a team with Jordan, so I'm biased.
Fair enough. I was on a team with Lazy Turtle, so I'm biased.
And I would expect that Fox and the Hounds are probably going to bench Funky Monk for this next map. No shade to him, but I think they're I'm sure Fox M is going to want to get in there and click on some heads.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if we'll see Guy Fieri stay in the tank, because honestly, he was doing pretty well. I think they just had a little bit of bad luck with the Banana Man Symmetra.
Yeah, and there was definitely a little bit of disconnect between Guy Fieri and his supports. You know, maybe could have been running like a little bit different of a comp, maybe time things better. Just like it was clear there wasn't the most communication getting through, and of course I'm not sure what their comms are actually like, but information actually getting to the tank from the supports for the like back and forth.
Oh, and speaking of information, Dead Zone gets to be the winner of the prediction. So it's quite a lot of channel points that he had on the line there. So Dead Zone puts points here. It's funny. 300 points in the line. Listen, Shaka, it's not about the number of points. It's about the gesture. It's about going all in. It's about putting all your chips on the table. Balls to the wall. Half the
And I do have
well,
insider information coming in. Bodangle is going to be moving to tank.
Okay.
Which makes me think even more that Fox M is going to be hopping in on DPS.
Oh no, he absolutely will. have zero question about that. I think it's just a question of where they're going to put Guy Fieri. Which is going to mean, oh no, they're putting Funky Monk on support, which he also does pretty well. He's got a pretty solid Lucio. And we're going to have Fleeblebop on DPS. I haven't actually seen that yet, because the first game that they actually, I just casted Fat H's game last week, and Fleeblebop played support all night. So I'll be interested to see what sort of stuff he comes out with on DPS. We know Bodangle's going to come out with the Doomfist. I have a feeling this is going to be a extremely dive-heavy map. And oh no, we got the Guy Fieri support, which honestly a little underrated.
Definitely. Like when you have the level of game knowledge that Guy Fieri has, it definitely will translate to every single role. And I think support is just going to help him out with supporting Bodangle's tank, who also has, I'll say, a similar amount of game knowledge. I'm not sure which one might be higher, but Bodangle has been playing a lot recently and just really, really knowledgeable.
Yeah, and Bodangle's been playing this game pretty much, I think, since the Overwatch League existed in Overwatch 1. Because I know he was around for quite a long time in the Overwatch 1 version of the league.
Quick question: should I be swapping teams? Fox and the Hounds should still be blue, or should they be red now?
You don't need to.
Okay.
You don't need to. Yeah, because we don't need to now, because this is the first map that they're playing that's on a map with sides.
Understood.
So, yeah, you don't need to worry about it right this second, but after this map, yes. And we've got the R's, so let's do the thing.
All right, here we go.
Watch Point Djibouti.
Arriving at
And I believe Foxem and company will be on defense first. I don't think that's how it works.
That is correct. Yeah, red team is usually attacking.
Right. So that being said, I wonder if Bodangle's going to run the Doomfist on defense. I know that's like his counter pick, but like I don't know, maybe he'll run a Sigma. Sigma's pretty good on this first point defense. Nope, he is straight up running Doomfist. And Papa Brown Man on the Diva. That he may want to swap that. I think he might actually be better off. His monkey is pretty solid. I almost would kind of rather see the Winston, especially with Widow, Cassidy, Lifeweaver, Zen.
My goodness.
Yes. That is the squishiest of teams. Like as a Winston, you would have a field day. I mean, Diva can absolutely do the same, but I just think Winston overall is probably one of the best tanks in the game, even still.
Yeah.
Yes.
Although Diva might have a better time peeling for his team.
We'll see. I mean, either one could definitely work. And I know Papa Brown Man's definitely got Diva in the comfort picks section. Oh, Fleeblebop. Oh, no.
Ooh.
But Banana Man gave him some warning shots, too. He heard them go by his head. He just didn't. He just missed twice. Oh, Banana Man's going to take out another Funky Monk going down. This is some big early picks.
Really, really big early picks, especially on the attacking side. You want these picks because it takes longer for the people to come back on the defending side.
We see got double snipers. Get Mercury Turtle on the Ash here. It's gonna make for a lot of high ground. Oh no! Once again, Banana Man, a big headshot on the Fleeblebop. That is bone-hurting juice, and the Doomfist is diving in, trying to make things happen, but Papa Brown Man is more or less there. Oh no! Both the supports get punched all the way away from their tank, and down goes Fox M goes down, but so does Lazy Turtle. It's a definitely unfortunate. Right now, Mercury Turtle is out there by themselves, getting a little bit of help finally from the Diva. And right now, this Turtles, I love them, still playing a little bit disconnected, and there's Botangle running into solo Banana Man.
The momentum shifts in PMAOWL fights will never cease to just like completely flashbang me. Like it's one thing that's like, oh yeah, like red team is pushing forward and blue the red team, like one of them falls over from Widowmaker, and now red team is suffering casualties, and you know it's back and forth, back and forth.
We see Fleeblebop lighting up the kill feed a little bit here with Bodangle just helping to cause a lot of, I think, just chaos in the back line of Turtles. I love them, and they just weren't able to deal with the Doomfist the way they wanted to. We see Hawk swapping over to the Kiri, and we've got Lazy Turtle on the break now. And Weeblebop is going to get bullied by Papa Brown Man back here, where he does have both supports to help him out. Here comes the Meteor Strike. Right now, Papa Brown Man's kind of in one place, and the rest of his team's in another here. And right now, Bo Dangle is not going down. Weeblebop does get picked off, but so does Papa Brown Man. Okay, so we got an ult for an ult here. Did get Transcendence out with that Bob, but I think right now this isn't really a fight you want to take without a tank. Down goes Bob, and they just don't really have much room to push. Oh, Guy Fieri going down. It's a big pick by the Banana Man. And Bo Dangle with the big empowered punch gets 2 on the follow-up. And right now, Papa Brown Man once again getting shredded at DMAC'd, and he's just going to sit there. I think right now Turtles that Love Them just playing a little bit like they're kind of playing 2 or 3 separate fights here.
Yeah, the trades between them are absolutely crazy. It's just like 1 second red goes down, next second blue goes down, next second 2 reds go down. Like, it's all over the place all the time. And we do have some more hero swaps coming out as well. Little Zen break action from Fox and the Hound. Or sorry, from Turtles I Love Them.
Yeah, and we got Banana Man on the Genji, which is a hero he definitely has a lot of history with. I'm sure he can get a lot of value out of him. You see the card finally moving forward again. We got Fox M trapped in a corner, gonna get bonked to death by Lazy Turtle. And that's gonna be a pretty useful pick to start things off. Weeblebop went for that high ground and then couldn't use it, and now Blue's gonna go after him with Banana Man, sorry, and he actually goes down. Gets melee killed by Weeblebop. Down goes Lazy Turtle. The Guy Fieri Zen and Hawk trying to hang on, but Funky Monk just drilling him with the needles. And now Weeblebop lighting up the kill feed once again. 10 seconds to go, and this card still has not made it past first point, and Papa Brownman's gonna get demeched. And now Bo Dangle with the empowered punch, and there's just nobody to touch, and that's round 1.
Score.
Yeah, it's just a crazy, like, back and forth the entire time. And I think Red Team was just struggling a little bit in coinciding on where they wanted to control on the map. Because it seems like all these duels and stuff like that are on completely different ends of the world. And so there's really no sense of map control. And when you're on the attacking side, map control is like, I mean, it's what the game is about, right? But being able to take specific spaces on the map to set up the rest of your team, I mean, that's the game right there. And watch point is especially brutal, whereas if you're not doing that, it's just going to turn into a fiasco. And it's still anyone's game at any given time.
Yeah, and we see Papa Brownman's going to run out on the Roadhog here. Banana Man going back to the Widow. We got Mercury Turtle on the Trusty Cowboy. And we've got Ilari Zen on the supports.
I was wondering if we were going to see Fox M switch to either Genji or Hanzo, because this is a particularly good Genji map. But running the double sniper, the Hanzo would be so helpful, especially in the Widow duel. Not only that, but like the chip damage into the Diva, give Diva to someone to go for, which they have switched to Hog now.
Honestly,
Genji.
I think Banana Man wins these Widow duels against Fleeblebop. It's just a question of how much Fox M is going to harry him.
Correct, yeah. I would agree with that.
Fox M definitely going to try and make that approach early here. You see, he's kind of waiting for his opportunity, waiting for Bo Dangle to engage. Right now, Bo Dangle's actually the one pushing cart. And he's just going to kind of hang out. Just kind of, oh, there's the hook onto Genji, and Fleeblebop takes out Banana Man. They're surprised. Oh, and Fox M, that's a big trade. Oh, down goes Hawk. That is very tough. If you are Turtles that love them right now, you have the pylon, but you do not have one of your supports. And oh, down goes Guy Fieri. That's a pretty good pick for Turtles again. Oh, Mercury Turtle's going to take Clevelbop out of the fight here. And there's Funky Monk. So right now, solid fight win for Turtles. Managing to hang on here, but Fox M, like I said, just going right after Banana Man. Because he knows that is the problem.
I think you can definitely see the difference in just the way that, of course, stagger picks are coming out, which is super unfortunate for Fat H. But it's so clear that they're like, okay, we need to pressure the high ground so that we can get underneath this high ground area. So they're just pressuring it for long enough to get the cart underneath. And they're really like fighting for the same areas of the map.
Yeah, and you see right now just a lot of more decisive presence in the spaces they want to have it for Fat H right here. And Banana Man just hiding on the side. And, oh boy, he is in trouble, and then down he goes. Oh, but Bodangle gets taken out of the fight. That's a big pick. Papa Brahma getting slept there. But now the picks roll in, and Turtles, I love them, managing to hang on once again. That was very close. It really, I thought that pick on Banana Man was gonna just kind of steamroll them.
I was really worried as well, but I think that they were kind of, it's just kind of like a side effect of, you know, the attacking side having decent concept of map control. Is they were kind of forced into an area where there was like a major choke point that Fat H had to get through. And I think that's where they started to struggle.
See, once again, Foxhead managing to help contain that high ground. Fleeble Bop on the Zen here, but Podangle getting shredded on the side there when he went after the supports. And Funky Monk also going down. Down goes Guy Fieri. So once again, Fat H has to regroup. And this is turning
I'd love to
into
see
a
the
pretty
Zenyatta
solid
fill in the
hold.
kill feed.
You gotta love to see it. Honestly, it's top tier stuff.
Yeah. And we're gonna have, I'm predicting a PMAOWL ult fight. I think at least 8.
Oh,
There's
we've already
one.
got Let's see if we get any others. Foxhead and Company have been pretty conservative with their ults thus far.
There's
Okay,
2.
there's 2
There's
more.
3. There's 4.
Yeah, we're seeing them. It's all, we got 5. We got both Zen ults. Papa Brown Man got purpled and taken out of the fight though. That Transcendence.
He did hog ult.
Here
6,
comes the high noon.
7.
It gets 1.
Give it one more. Give it one more. There's 8. I knew it. I called it.
We still have 2 more left. We could still have Captive Sun and Nano here. The Bob is out there getting 2, but Bob isn't gonna be able to touch, and that is gonna be map 2 going to Fox and the Hounds.
Where's my gambling winnings for that?
Give me channel points. Fox M absolutely disgusting on this attack on Genji. Look at that dash reset and the labored breathing effects for added drama. Ooh, the bags! The bags! Disgusting.
You'd love to see it.
Absolutely.
Love to see the nice little picturesque play of the game, you know? A little spray, a little teabag, a little hello. Just cherry on top.
Absolutely. Chef's kiss, as it were. And that is... Oh, teabag, I can die happy. Oh, man. Foxem really just wanting to do it to him today, apparently. And so that brings us to... We got a 1-to-1 game, folks. And Turtles, I love them, were holding pretty solidly on that defense there. So do not count them out yet. And we're actually going to do a little flippy flip, switching sides. And we're going to see what Turtles, I love them, are going to pick for the third map tonight. I'm thinking we might see a hybrid. It's going to be either that or push, because I know nobody wants to play Flashpoint. I feel like this league
that
just
is
generally
so
does
valid.
not like... This league does not like Flashpoint. I like Flashpoint, but I'm a masochist, apparently.
I guess. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of.
I think it's fun. You know, it's sort of... It's not so much about the fact that, like, you think not necessarily about just the fights when you're trying to capture the point, but also the little in-between fights when you try to catch people in rotation and stop them from being able to actually go and capture the next point. Some of that strategy, the chess game that's involved there of when to take fights, to me, makes Flashpoint very interesting.
Yeah, I can definitely understand the draw of that. I just wish it was a little bit more predictable in terms of like where the next point was.
That would be nice.
Yeah, maybe it's just me not like quite being used to it or like not quite understanding that. But yeah, it's just a little bit like unclear, and it's a little bit like a little scatterbrained, which is kind of just like feeds off of my own scatterbrainedness. So
yeah, I mean, there's really no reason they couldn't just make the maps appear in a predictable the points, you know, spawn in a predictable fashion. It's pretty much every other game that has that type of a game mode. It's predictable which point is going to be next.
Yeah, I am very excited. What's it called? Is it called Clash, the new game mode that they teased for a little bit and then we never heard about again? But that one seems really, really fun.
That game mode was a lot of fun. I can definitely see that being It'll be great for brawl comps, which is
Yes,
pretty
it
much
will.
my bread and butter. So I'm a huge fan of that. Hey, AJ in the chat. Foxby Cumulus ADHD is unchecked and unhinged. We need more structure.
You know, I mean, with the shoe fits, you know.
And speaking of shoes fitting, we've got some Colosseo. We're going to see Guy Fieri back on tank. And the Bodangle Fox M DPS lineup. That is low-key kind of terrifying.
It is pretty. It's very terrifying.
Because the Fleeblebot back on support, I think we're going to be... Oh, no. They're going to put
Whoops, my bad.
Fanto in.
There we go.
Okay, no. Fanto and Fleeblebop. Yeah, so this is basically your A team right here. And I think that we're going to definitely... We're going to see some hardcore rush out of this team on this map. And we got Fish back in the lineup with Lazy Turtle, Hawk on the bench, and Papa Brown Man. Everybody else pretty much the same. I would imagine Tilt is probably gonna run also a Rhine comp, so we're gonna see some more hammers. Canadian Rush. I mean, listen, Canadian Rush also pretty great. Low key, not even low key, just obviously. I want 3 tanks. Listen, Dylan. We
No,
all
you don't.
want 3 tanks.
No, you don't. You don't want 3 tanks. You're just lying to yourself at that point. 2 tanks, maybe.
That I could see, but we'll find out if that ever ends up happening. And looks we've got the R from Mercury Turtle, just waiting on Mr. Fox M. Imagine some of them getting back from bathroom breaks, because that was definitely a intense and rather sweaty second map there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised on the Fox and the Hounds with Bodangle and Foxam on DPS. I wouldn't be surprised to see Foxam maybe back on the Genji with Bodangle on more of like a hit scan role. We might see like a Cassidy. We might even see a Tracer as well with Foxam and Hanzo. Could happen. And Guy Fieri, I gotta assume that he's going to be either playing Rhine or Orisa when he gets desperate. I would love to see him stick on the Rhine, if I'm totally honest, because Orisa like feels stronger than she really is right now, I think. And you can just get so much more value on like a good Reinhardt, especially one that's like working with his team.
And speaking of which, we've got an R from Fox M, so it's about time to get a moving.
Arriving at Colosseo.
And here we go.
Ready.
A little action in Italy on Colosseo.
I have been a very big fan of Colosseo ever since the rework. I was like mostly fine with it beforehand, but like removing the glass, and especially I love the way they reworked kind of like the side areas. There's like the little like obelisk thing now on there with the mega health pack. Oh, it's so nice. And there's that little high ground pocket that has always been there, but there wasn't really a good way to access it anywhere, so it was just kind of a useless part of the map. But now you can actually set up some really cool angles with it.
Yeah, the rework on this map was very much needed, and I think everybody who's I've talked to about it has said basically the same thing. It just makes it work better. Now, Papa Brown Man coming out on the Roadhog here, which I don't hate.
Yeah, it looks like I would assume Lazy Turtle is going to be playing the Ana with that, either Ana or Kiriko. And we do have Foxam on Tracer.
So we got identical support lines. And we got Sojourns coming out from both teams. I was gonna say it before, but I would have actually expected Bodangle to run the Sombra. I know he plays a lot of that character.
Yeah, I think maybe they are learning from the Hog, because that character, the Charge Beam Railgun character, is going to be really good into the Roadhog, just constantly charging her railgun. There's
no shield to reduce the charging on, and Banana Man getting a nice pick there on Fox M early. It's gonna be pretty huge now. But Turtles, I love them, has to push the advantage right now. Guy Fieri's still pretty much unchecked here. Gonna eventually get blasted in the back by Papa Brown Man. Gets a nice little pick there. Fleeblebop and Fanto going down, and this Road Pig just not really able to be stopped. Frog on frog violence.
Frog violence.
Love it. Oh, another big pick.
Oh,
on Fox
unlucky.
M. Honestly,
wouldn't really be. I don't think this swap is necessary, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see Fox M switch. No, they're sticking on the Tracer. Okay, I appreciate that.
He's sticking with it. And honestly, Roadhog's also good for Tracer for charging your ult. He's just an ult battery. But
Yeah, and sort of against my own prediction, Banana Man already almost with the overclock.
Honestly, he's been getting a lot of good picks, really. He's been doing a good job appealing for his supports and just looking for Fox M. And oh, the big hook on the Guy Fieri.
Ooh.
That hurts. You see Fox M just in the back line, but Banana Man once again looking right at him. And that is going to be another fight win here.
My goodness.
Turtles, I love them.
Yeah, that's always a tough situation when you lose your tank early like that. As a Tracer player, I'm normally like, okay, I either get a pick or I die along with my tank, right? And so you kind of just go for like a Narnia play just to see what happens.
And right now, it seems that the Fox M has not really been able to get those picks he's been looking for. He's going there in the back line, but we see Mercury Turtle on the Cassidy. Between that and the Sojourn.
On him, one.
Both Sojourn.
2, 3.
Shatter coming out.
4,
And
5.
the
Oh my
K-Rush.
goodness.
Papa Brown Man just going to try to hang on.
7.
Man.
I think we got 8. I think we got 8.
That was at least 7.
It was so everybody on red team had their ult. None of them do now. And then pretty much everybody on blue team had it as well, and we're missing 2. That's 8.
Yeah, that was definitely 8 ults. I didn't see the pulse bomb go out, but I'm sure that it did at some point.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, that was, wow, talk about a kitchen sink fight, although realistically, Turtles, I love them, are still very much on top here in terms of ult economy.
In terms of ult economy, but red team did take the win, so they're definitely going to be trying to take up this place, try and get the lead.
Oh, look at that hook by
my
Papa
goodness.
Brown Man, just gonna blast Guy Fieri into a corner. The beat coming out to save his tank. Down goes Bodangle. Down goes Guy Fieri.
Man.
And honestly, that's really what Roadhog ult is. It's just shoot the tank.
Yeah, yeah, and Roadhog got so low. Papa Brown Man, it had to be in double-digit HP, and it was saved by a Suzu and then the beat. And I think that's the only reason that that Tilt was actually to come out on top.
And we see Guy Fieri swapping over to the D.Va now, which I don't hate into these DPS and the Roadhog. Just trying to do a better job of negating some of that damage without giving an ult charge. Oh, we see Bodangle actually managing to win the Sojourn duel there. And right now, Fanto is on point, very low, and down they go. Now Fleeblebob's by himself, trying to hang on. Mercury Turtle goes down, and just they do get forward spawn here. Turtles, I love them, does, so they can just kill time right now, and they do. So
Steadily eaten alive by piranhas is what it looks like from my POV.
Yeah, Fish, the last one there, definitely got shredded pretty hard there towards the end. It looks like they should get all 5. Okay, yeah, all 5 of them do get the short spawn. So that's a good look for sure. And they're walking into 4 ults, basically. And Lazy Turtle just gonna... And we got 2, and that's both K-Rushes. We've got the Sojourn ult here coming with the overclock. Papa Brown Man's very low. There's the Pulse Bomb, gets no one. And Guy Fieri already has D.Va Bomb. You see, he's not even going to need it here, but he has it.
Yeah, and I do really like to swap to the D.Va. Excellent fight.
Oh, and there's another good pick by Bodangle. It's going to stagger Fish pretty hard, and Banana Man has to get out with his life if he can. He's not going to. No!
Yeah, I do really like the swap to the D.Va, and I also like the swap away from the Lucio onto the Ana. The Ana and the Kiriko really going to make life a living hell for a Roadhog, but now we have a Zarya.
So Papa Brown Man also choosing to change things up here and just throw some beams at this D.Va. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up seeing a few more beams as we go in. And here comes the D.Va Bomb. Papa Brown Man's just going to bubble right into it. So there's no picks there, but Lazy Turtle had to jump off of the cart. Here comes the High Noon. Mercury Turtle not able to get anyone there with the High Noon immediately, but Phantos goes down eventually. Here comes a big beat from Fish to keep his team in the fight. Guy Fieri extremely low in his mech there, does manage to get out. And right now the Tracer still in the back line as Mercury Turtle trying to get Fox M out of her back line. And that is going to be a nice little flip here for Turtles. I love them as we see Banana Man swapping over to Genji here. See him get a nice little bubble there as Guy Fieri tries to dodge, tries to dive him. Oh, Fleeblebob getting the final pick there. Mercury Turtle, and down goes Papa Brown Man. Down goes Mercury Turtle. Sorry, Lazy Turtle. Man he's gonna get a little exit pick here, but he's gonna get taken out, and his team is actually down by less than a meter, or just over a meter.
And that's a really, really big fight win for Red. That was a really important fight for Turtles. I love them because we still have the lead, but now that lead is just going to grow and grow and grow, and we're approaching the time where there aren't very many fights left in this game.
Yeah, and the early pick on Fox and by Lazy Turtle on the brig, that is huge.
Okay, so now Red Team needs to not ult, but I think they're going to anyway. Maybe not.
So you got Mercury Turtle getting a nice early pick there on Phantom. Down goes Fleeblebop. That's both supports. This should be a pretty quick cleanup. Turtles, I love them, and there it is. And looks like Lazy Turtle is coming out on the brig, which into a Diva is definitely a solid pick here.
Yeah, and that was a really solid fight win. But here's the problem with not having the lead and like having such a distance to go, is now you have to win another one. So it's a really good thing that they didn't use ults, but Red Team also didn't. So we do have a Diva Bomb coming out.
That's gonna get nobody. So good job of everyone splitting up and hiding there. But
Does
right
almost take out this Zarya, who's very low HP now.
Papa Brown Man trying to survive, but just not able to despite the nade. Here comes the Genji Blade. It's gonna get Phanto. It's gonna get Guy Fieri. Just so many pickings of low HP targets. Banana Man able to win that fight, and there's a good exit pick on Fleeblebop there. And now see Banana Man's gonna go on this Hanzo, see if he can get something. Oh, and the Sojourn Field. I forget what it's called. Oh man, they did get
like that.
more
Sojourn
distance.
Field. I still call it a slow field, even though it doesn't slow anymore.
The tickle orb, if you will.
I'm down. Tickle orb.
And right now we've got a couple of ults coming up here for Turtles. I love them. They'll have Rally, they'll have Simwall, they'll have Grab. And now they've got no worries about it accidentally getting eaten. And here comes competing support ults. Here comes the Grab. It's pretty big. It's got 3. There's the Simwall. And look at the dives in there.
Lazy Turtle!
Absolutely disgusting plays. And that was 3 ults with
That's
at
my
least
former
2.
teammate.
That's at least 2 ults on the side of Fox and the Hounds here. They've got Shatter, they've got Dragon Strike, they'll have Beat. So this, oh no, the early pick on Mercury Turtle is really unfortunate here.
Oh, no.
Fish getting chased
Oh,
down.
no.
Papa Brown Man is alone, he's gonna get charged off the robot and smacked down. Only 54 seconds to go. This team does have forward spawn, but I don't think they are gonna be able to, I don't know if all 5 of them are gonna make it.
We're approaching the ult economy. Doesn't really look good. If I would love to see the Nano not go on to the Genji. I would love to see the Genji Blade just to get resources out. But we can't invest too many ultimates trying to win these fights.
A huge sleep coming out there from Fish. Oh no, the Fish gets caught in the Dragon Strike, and now it's just Lazy Turtle, and down he goes. Oh, just such an unfortunate turn of events. Here comes the Blade from Banana Man. He's gonna hang on point and try to make something happen while his team comes back.
Frog.
And Phanto just will not die. Hanging on by the skin of their teeth.
No.
Down goes Banana Man as the rest of the Red Team comes back. And now it's Lazy Turtle on the Lucio. Big Shimano moments. Papa Brown Man is there with his team. And we see Guy Fieri is there. He's low in purple, but he's gonna get Suzu'd. And now they're trying to hang on. Once again, Fish out of the fight here. Guy Fieri bounces off the Zarya bubble. Lazy Turtle is there trying to stall still. And now he's just hanging out on that high pillar there, but it's not going to be enough. And the Shatter of Banana Man.
Just seal the deal.
And that is going to do it. Map number 3 going to Fat H.
My goodness. All right, but you know what? You know what I'm starting to see come out that I haven't really seen a ton of thus far? Is an ult economy, an actual rotation of like our team's cooldowns and our team's ultimates, and kind of like pacing them out. And so it's developing into a real Overwatch match. Oh my god.
He got 2 picks. He got 2 picks almost instantly just by pressing left click.
I know, but he hit the whip shot just to make sure that hey, I'm not just holding left click. I can also press shift.
And I see that in chat, but gotta hand it to Fish. That sleep on Guy Fieri as he shattered was so huge, and I for a second there thought that was going to turn the fight, but it just unfortunately Fox and the Hounds had too many other ults, and like they had beat for Blade even if he had gotten nanoed, and it was just a rough match. It's just a rough match for them in terms of ult economy. So now Turtles that Love Them are going to be taking things to either hybrid or Flashpoint. I imagine they're going to go for hybrid.
I would imagine that as well.
But we'll find out here shortly. What
Let's
I
get the scores. So
wonder...
this is going to be match point for Fat H. So
It
Turtles,
sure is.
we're starting to see Turtles start to come together, but we need just a little bit more cohesion in them, and I think they'll be unstoppable.
Yeah, I think they're, especially, leaning on Banana Man's experience will help. And I think, he was doing a lot, but there might have been some times when he maybe was trying just a little bit too hard to do the hero play towards the end there when he swapped to Genji.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's something that comes with time. It's only week 2. Everybody still will try to get to know each other and figure out their season. I mean, my team still hasn't played a game yet. So it's that's what you get with the early season.
Oh
So
yeah.
we're going to be waiting here to see if we're going to have any swaps. Are we going to see Hawk jump back in?
I think it is really cool to see as like the first like week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, kind of like that first interim season. You really start to see every single team kind of like come together and like form their own identity, which is really cool to see because then by the finals you're like, okay, here's this team running out on what they always run out. Can't wait to watch.
Yeah, it's going to be. I think we're going to see from Fat H at least. It's going to be a lot of the. It's going to be a lot of the same tank play, but we're going to see. I think the fun parts will be to see how Foxem and Bodangle flex around the things they run into and what DPS they pick to try and deal with it.
Yeah, because that is a very versatile DPS lineup. Very, very versatile and very knowledgeable, very experienced. Combined with Guy Fieri on tank, it's pretty nasty. It's a scary group of like frontline to go into.
Oh
I was
well,
thinking about Shaka Khan. I just love AJ in general. Every time I go to him for any sort of advice, he's always super level-headed. He's like that, a little bit like that character in every sitcom that like the main character goes to when they're like in some sort of like turmoil and stuff, and they go and it has just like some sage advice that just completely like levels you out. It's amazing.
I might be aging myself with this one, but I feel like he's this league's Wilson. For anyone
So
who
remind
knows
me.
the reference from Home Improvement.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of. I was thinking of actually Boy Meets World, which is
Oh,
another
okay.
old '90s reference.
Oh,
Hey, AJ's Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World. I just remembered his name. If any of you have watched Boy Meets World, AJ
yes,
is absolutely Mr. Feeney.
I could see that for sure. And also, Christian, Quasiata, I know that's you.
Ooh,
And
we do have a little swappy swap. I was gonna mention this before. Sorry to derail a little bit. The Banana Man is switching over to tank, and you had mentioned um
he's
the
a scary
Banana
tank
Man's.
player.
Yeah. Well, you'd mentioned Banana Man's experience, and I do agree. And it like one of the things about having one of your more experienced players on DPS is it gets really hard to shot call because your POV of everything is just a slightly skewed, and so it's really hard to make those like in the moment judgment calls. And so I think this could be a really, really good lineup.
Yeah, and we see the Banana Man going to tank is going to be pretty. I think Guy Fieri's going to have his hands full to say the least. And it's going to be King's Row. There we go. The map that we always play when it's hybrid, except when my team plays, if we have anything to say about it.
Listen, we went down the checklist. We had a fight. We had 17 fights all happening at once. We had a team fight with 8 ultimates used. We have King's Row. We had Li Jiang Tower. We had a Genji Blade that was just swinging at a frog that was just out of reach.
And it looks like we've got Hawk back in the lineup here. Fish going to be on the bench for map number 4. And we're going to see, it looks like Funky Monk also still on the bench here for map. Or was he in the last game? I forget if
We
he
are still
played.
waiting on the rest of the lineups for Fox and the Hounds. So far, we have Bodangle and Tank. We were just waiting on the rest.
We got Guy Fieri on DPS. That could be. I could see that. I know that's probably his weakest role, so I don't think that's actually going to be a thing, but it would be
I
pretty
think I'm
fun.
assuming Guy Fieri is going to move back to support. Yeah, we have Foxem and Fleeblebop on DPS.
Yeah, that makes more sense. And then let's see here. Yeah, Papa Brown Man over to DPS for map number 4, which he's definitely got that in his back pocket. And I think especially he's got a lot of time on Soldier 76, who is just solid right now. I think in particular it might even be. Heard a lot of people say he's actually stronger than Sojourn in a way, just because he
For
has the
which
more
hero? I'm sorry.
reliable Soldier 76.
Hmm.
Just because
I could see
he
that.
has the more consistent damage from the Helix rocket as opposed to having to charge up the railgun.
Yeah, up until the recent range nerf to Cassidy, Cassidy was definitely starting to overtake Sojourn in a lot of like the higher level scrims and Pro League. We have Fanto and Funky Monk going in for the support line, so Guy Fieri is actually sitting out on this one.
I mean, he's been in all night, so that's
That's true.
definitely Foxem just making sure get all of his team as much playtime as he can. Definitely admirable in a captain, and looks like we're just waiting for the readies at this point.
Indeed, we are. I want to see. I'm assuming Bodangle's going to be on Doomfist. Banana Man, I'm assuming Sigma. But
I
I want to see
honestly,
Zarya. I love watching Zarya's play.
his Reinhardt's pretty scary too, and this is King's Row.
It's true. It's very true.
And yeah, I mean his Sigma definitely could be really good, especially into Bodangle's Doomfist.
Yeah.
You just have, but
Although,
I think it's a bit hard to time the rock to make sure that you take out the Doomfist when he's using one of those
right,
cooldowns, because Doom's cooldowns are just so much faster than Sigma's.
right, and Doomfist has that punch that's so good at taking out pretty much every other cooldown from Sigma. I mean, he can cancel his ultimate, he can cancel his hands, his kinetic grasp. We do have ours.
Yeah.
We are going to go ahead and start up.
Hell yeah. Time for some good old fashioned King's Row New Alpha.
I wouldn't be incredibly surprised to see Bodangle on the Zarya, actually, especially if Foxem decides to go for the Hanzo on this map. And Hanzo is still very, very... he's not quite as flashy as he once was, but he still has some very strong impact, especially so on King's Row.
Yeah, I mean, as much as some of the Hanzo mains complained about some of the changes, I feel like he's still more or less as oppressive as he ever was, just in slightly different ways. And we got, the double snipers, the Widow Hanzo coming out from Fleeblebop and Foxem. And we've got Papa Brown Man Junkrat.
Oh my goodness. We do have the Zarya, the Banana Man coming out on that.
Yeah.
See, this is another thing. See, Bodangle is going for the Doomfist, but Azaria into Turtles I Love Them's team comp with the Ash, with the Junkrat, maybe with the other Zarya, but with the Ana as well. You can cleanse antis with Bubble. You're going to be pretty much constantly be max charge with the Junkrat spam. And not to mention you can peel for things like your Alari and your Ash with a Bubble as well.
The Junkrat is on Banana Man's team. So,
I'm saying that like a Zarya on red team would be pretty epic.
It would, but honestly, Bodangle is still going to find good ways to get himself plenty of charge on his empowered punch there. You see, he's just going to go ahead and make some space here, just find some ways to get a little bit of charge. He's going to go and bother that Ash on the high ground. It looks like Blue and company are just going to kind of walk on in here. Or no, sorry, Bodangle company are just gradually walking on in slowly. Down goes Mercury Turtle. Banana Man goes down, so does Mercury Turtle. And look at that pull.
Oh my goodness.
Bodangle just rolls right out with it. Oh, down goes Lazy Turtle as well. And that is a solid, decisive first point capture for Fat H.
Yeah, the spam, the Banana Man going down on Zarya so early was really rough, and it was a really good job with Foxem probably landing a couple of really good headshots with Storm Arrow. Oh, those are good stagger picks as well.
Yeah, right now, the Doomfist and the Widow from Fleeblebop are proving to be pretty nasty. You see the Sigma coming out here from Banana Man. That's probably his best tank. So, and in this second point, probably a little bit easier to play Sigma just because there's more tight chokes, so he can just kind of take up the entire choke with his shield.
Yeah, and it's so interesting watching Bodangle play Doomfist as well, because he's not even at the front line really. He's off somewhere in Narnia doing a big enough, like a large flank, but between the Hanzo and the Widow, like holding down the front line, it makes it so scary to push forward.
Oh, and then look at those rocks that Banana Man is landing right now, just absolutely shredding Bodangle and Funky Monk. Mercury Turtle getting some follow-up in there too. And on the Sigma into the Doomfist is definitely working for them. And we got a lot of ults coming online for both teams. Right now, Fleeblebop just kind of shooting through a barrier here. And here comes the Dragon Strike. He's going to go ahead and open the fight up as Turtles that love them have to split up. Here's the Infra Sight. Going to unfortunately flush Papa Brown Man out of his little flank he was trying to get in there. And here comes the Sigma ult, and that is unfortunately not going to get anyone. But it did.
Oh, did it just miss?
Yeah, I think he just missed. But honestly, it didn't matter because it was enough to force Fat H to back away.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go now. Fox M just kind of hanging out on the side, looking for some picks to take here. Got Sigma just kind of spamming the various little hidey holes that the snipers might be trying to hang out in.
Everyone take a look where our Junkrat is. Our Junkrat with Rip Tire.
Oh yeah, he's waiting for it. I think he might want to walk himself at least up to that high ground. Or maybe not. No, he's going to just launch it from real far away. Mercury Turtle getting a nice little pick there. Here comes Tire. It's going to get Funky Monk. So it was a bold strategy, but it paid off. And now there's this little Kiri just hanging out in the bookstore. And not for very long. As Hawk and Mercury Turtle were all over that. And now
Sometimes, even if the Tire doesn't get a kill, just the attention that it draws, there's just everyone going like, oh crap, where is it, kind of deal is all you need.
Honestly, and you see now, Bodangle just gonna kind of go and bully the Junkrat a little bit, and Papa Brown and just walk right back out. And he can just go back to spamming choke, like it didn't even happen. You see Bodangle getting a lot of cooldowns throwing at him from the supports. Big Suzu came in to help him. There's a Nano onto the Sigma. We got 3 ults coming out now at least. 4. We got both support ults. Here comes the Gravitic Flux. It gets 1. And Fleeblebop's gonna hang on, and down he goes. A little follow-up there from the accretion kill, but down goes Banana Man, and Fox M just drilling him with storm arrows in the back line. Gets slept, but woken up pretty quickly there as the remainder of Turtles that love them are just gonna have to back on up here. And Hawk just got a little greedy. He got a little greedy trying to take some pot shots there, and unfortunately died for it.
It's so funny. I'm not sure if Cam's quite caught it, but Hawk used the Olari ult and absolutely just went in for Fox M. I know there's like a little bit of rivalry between those two, but it was really funny because I think the Olari had to reload, so she's just swiping her like sword gun at him, and unfortunately,
Hawk and Fox M are both in Fox M's server, and they know each other. Oh, and the Doomfist caught in the trap. Oh, that is unfortunate. Honestly, good placement there by Papa Brown Man, and wanted to call it out because Black Megawatt, aka Quasiata, mentioned it earlier, but Papa Brown Man was a big Junkrat player on console back in the day, so he definitely has familiarity with the Trash Mouse.
Come on, Fanto, you just gotta get out. You just gotta give him. It's so much time.
Fanto took way too long to die there. That's one of those ones where you just stand still and just let them take you.
Yeah, just run at their back line, trying to hit some dinks, but don't use Suzu, don't try and swift step out.
Yeah, that was just a... Oh, and Papa Brownman's getting caught out, but Mercury Turtle's there to help him.
Oh,
and
no!
Dangle with the rock to finish him off. Oh, and a big sleep there on Fox M by Lazy Turtle. And now Papa Brownman's just gonna blast him.
Something about seeing a Junkrat just soar into the air after just like making somebody explode.
It's very satisfying as a Junkrat connoisseur myself. All right,
everyone place your bets.
How many ults are we gonna see this fight? The answer is upwards of 5.
I'm going with 6.
I definitely think the over/under is 5. Oh, big rock on a Bodangle. He's gonna dive right on in. He's already purple. Misses. Doesn't manage to hit his
Two,
punch. Here
three,
comes the Sigma ult.
4, 5, 6.
Let's see, do we have any more? We got High Noon, but Fleeble Bop won't have a chance to use it, I don't think.
Was that 6? Did I count right? Am I just that good?
Oh no, the Sigma goes down and Papa Brown Man's there trying to stall. Oh, doesn't quite manage to
There's
pick up
7.
Funky
Come on.
Oh man, and we got Phanto and Fleeble Bop still have their ults. So yeah, that was a good 7 ults we saw in that fight.
We do have Foxem switching over to the Tracer, which can be a little tricky on this point, I'll be honest.
Also on the
Super
Tracer,
Soul,
a big purple coming out. Fleeble Bop's gonna try and get someone on there. Oh, Mercury Turtle tries to touch, but just not quite able to. And that is going to be a point capture. That is unfortunate. I really thought that Turtles 11 was gonna hold that there. But they held for a really long time, and it's only 1 minute and 20 seconds to go, so this is still very winnable right now for Turtles. I love them. Let's see Bodangle getting out, avoiding that rock. Here comes the Alari ult, and I think he got punched out of it.
Oh.
Yeah, he got punched out of it. Oh, big sleep on Bodangle. But I don't know if they're going to be able to get the pick or not. Hawk actually ends up being the one who dies for it. Oh, Fleeble Bop goes down, but so does Mercury Turtle. It's just Papa Brown Man on the Genji. He takes out Phanto. He's scooting around. He's trying to survive as best he can. He's going to try and get the health back. I don't think he's going to make it. Oh, wow, yeah, he does. The Moira from Lazy Turtle coming out to keep his team alive. Here comes a Meteor Strike to get us spread out a little bit. Down goes... Oh, wow, I thought Hawk was going down, but no, it was actually Fox M who ended up dying there.
Mercury Turtle's been doing great on this Cassidy. I know they have been working really hard on their Cassidy gameplay, and it's definitely showing through right now.
Oh, Bodangle just gets spun to death. And now Fleeble Bop there on the Cassidy by himself is going to get staggered pretty hard. And 10 seconds to go. His team's going to have to just go in with whatever they have. And at this point,
Foxem's Pulse Bomb could be really, 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 really valuable, but it needs to land here.
No.
Not like that, though.
And the bags! Oh, Mercury Turtle, the absolute disrespect. I saw all of that in 4K. Big Sigma ult gets at least 2. And here comes the Genji Blade from Papa Brown Man.
All right, and this is a King's Row game. Solid push, solid defense.
Honestly, that pick on Fox M by Mercury Turtle was absolutely massive.
He did that at least 2 fights in a row. I'm not sure if it was 3. But it happened like pretty much the entirety of third point, which is kind of the like Tracer on third point King's Row is tricky. You kind of have to finagle your way. There's a couple like little techs here and there to access some of the high ground, but it's just so open and it's so hard to access some of the flank angles.
All right, so that being said, we've got ourselves a match here, folks. We're going to see if Bodangle's going to change anything up. I don't think he will, but Doomfist's defense is a little weird. To me, anyway, but I also like don't play him at all.
Ready for battle.
So there's that. And it looks like we're gonna have the Banana Man Sigma. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's perfectly viable on attack here. We see Fox M switching over to the Ash, and Fleeble Bop's gonna run the Hanzo. And
Interesting. That is very interesting. And we also see a Mercy coming out for a Lazy Turtle. I'm assuming probably to either help Hawk on support, but also damage boost some spam damage from the tank and the Junkrat. Get a res on the Widow would be really nice.
I was gonna say I'm fully expecting a hard-pocketed Mercury Turtle for at least the first fight.
Definitely could be.
One.
They got the dual power.
Defend
See, Mercury Turtle starting on low ground here is gonna jump over to the theater here. Look for some targets here, see if she can find anything. Oh no, Fleeble Bop with the arrow to the dome. And down goes Hawk too, so that's gonna be, nice little pick there, but Banana Man ends up going down. Had a good rock, but not quite enough, and now it's just Lazy Turtle and Papa Brown Man.
When these staggers are really tough.
Ooh, and Mercury Turtle just deciding, you know what, just back to Cowboy. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They tried the Widow, gave it the old college try. Now Fox M having to get himself out of a little bit of pickle there. Oh, big rock on a Bodangle. He's low, he's gonna get gripped though. And he's still low. Still low. Oh, they just can't quite finish him. They get Funky Monk instead. was honestly pretty big. And now the big lamp there coming out is Bodangle once again getting rocked. There's been a lot of cooldowns thrown at him, but Phantom's doing a good job of keeping their tank in this fight. Banana Man trying to survive. I don't think he's going to live.
Oh, man.
No, he does not.
Here we see not only the power of Ashe on this high ground, but also the power of Doomfist into Sigma. If you can combo, or if you can like counter Sigma's cooldowns in the right way, it sets you up for so much success as a Doomfist.
We've seen now Mercury. We've seen Mercury Turtle gonna stick with the cowboy. It's got the Papa Brown Man Pharah, which I don't know if that's the best choice with the support line. But listen, if it works, and he flattens Feeble Bob just as I say that. And we got Bob coming out now. Banana Man manages to get a pick. Down goes FoxM's Bob. And here comes Gravitic Flux. It's going to get two. The punch is not there. And stop the Sigma ult.
That was wonderfully played by Banana Man on Sigma, because he placed his shield directly in front of the Bob, so the Bob wasn't getting any value. And as soon as his shield went down, he pulls it down so it doesn't break entirely, uses his grasp to get the shields from the Bob, and then a huge flux onto the back line. Really, really well played by Banana Man.
And we saw Bodangle doing his damnedest there to try and punch Banana Man out of his ult, but just didn't quite land the punch correctly once he had yeeted himself upwards. And granted, that's really hard to do, so can't really fault him for trying. And right now, this Pharah from Papa Brown Man actually being pretty impressive here. Here comes the Meteor Strike. You can see what target he chooses for that. And he's going to end up with Lazy Turtle there on the back line. And right now, Bodangle just tower blocking. He's going to punch right out. And this cart is going to still move forward a little bit here. As Bodangle just kind of parrying the Banana Man a little bit. Oh, big rock. It's going to take FoxM out of the fight, but Fleeblebob gets through with a Storm Arrow. So that is still pretty solid exchange there. You're Fat H right now. You're pretty happy with this. Ooh, another big rock on the Bodangle. He's going to block, and here comes the Nano onto Fleeblebob. Fleeblebob's going to take Puck out of the fight. And there we go. Banana Man just doing his best to try and mitigate some of this damage. Here comes the High Noon. That's going to take Fleeblebob down. Phantom's low. Going to get hit with the rock. The combo's there. And the Life Weaver's still there with the tree to try and survive. But I would imagine Funky Monk is not long for this world. And there's Papa Man finishing it off on the Pharah.
Really well played by Turtles. I love them. The combo with the High Noon, I don't think they were expecting the High Noon, because the Dragons would have zoned them off from the Flux from capitalizing on it, and the tree would have also saved them as well. But the High Noon, that's just an insta-kill, and that's a fight win.
See now, we're getting into pretty solid territory here for Turtles. I love them. They've got 2.5 minutes to cover pretty decent chunk of distance here, but right now it's looking pretty good for them. Oh, the rock lands just after the grip ended.
Bodangle is just taking a beating on Doomfist right now.
Yeah, the rocks are really just making his life difficult, but he is sticking with his Doomfist. I see right now the Pharah spam just proving to be an absolute menace. We're going to see the Dynamite coming out again. Fleeblebop's out of the fight here, so right now, over 3 minutes on the clock for Turtles. I love them. They've got a pretty good chance here to make this happen and take this to a map 5. And there goes Bodangle, tries to jump in. He's going to yeet right out. FoxM actually ends up going down there. And we got Fleeblebop Bastion now. Here comes the Captive Sun. That's going to
huge.
3. Here comes the Barrage, the Gravitic Flux. It's going to take out 4. And that's game number 4. Going to Turtles, I love them. We are tied 2-2.
My goodness. We're starting to see the teams are coming together. Alt combos are starting to come out. A little bit of team synergies. It's fun Overwatch to watch.
Look at this.
Yeah, this is that play. Look at where the shield is placed for the Bob. Right where the grasp comes in. Into the flux of the back line. Just expertly played.
All right, well, that was a hell of a game. And we've got ourselves a 2-2 tie here. So it's Flashpoint, winner take all.
I'm sure both teams are stoked that the deciding game of this match is going to be a Flashpoint. Absolutely stoked.
Honestly, this plays very well into Fat H's comps that they've been running. I think Doomfist definitely plays very well on Flashpoint. So I think we could definitely see some more very flashy Doomfist action.
Oh, we have a turtle duo on DPS, Mercury Turtle and Lazy Turtle, both opting to hop onto the DPS.
That I was not expecting.
Myself either, but I'm here for it. All right, we do have Suravasa for the pick, which I think is pretty much always going to be the default because I don't think very many people like New Jump City very much, at least compared to Suravasa. Suravasa seems a
Yeah,
little bit more open
I feel like
and variable.
Suravasa is definitely the better designed map of the two. I think that's a pretty largely accepted opinion
Hmm.
held by a lot of people. And the question is, are we going to see Guy Fieri back in for map 5?
I think it's definitely possible.
Is I know Banana Man's not swapping off of Tank. And ripped back for me from Hinder was astounding. Yeah, listen, old Flashbang is back. You Tracer main's got to watch out because Cassidy can now do the combo on Tracers again. It's very doable.
I think the most
And
egregious thing after like playing Tracer for a bit is Zen Kick. Zen Kick is just the most egregious CC because I'll be dueling a Zen. I will blink right as a Zen kicks me, and it will cancel. It will bring you right back and boop you back to where you were. It's so disorienting.
yeah, that is the Zen kick changes were definitely Zen mains are happy, Tracer mains not so much.
Hmm.
Goldie DPS. Oh, Foxem just bringing up some.
Oh, we got some banter in the cams. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it on stream.
Well, it's apparently he's actually roasting Liam, but either way, it's some good old fashioned ribbing here in PMAOWL chats, and it looks like I guess we're just waiting to see if we have any changes from Fox and the Hounds.
Right. And while we do that, we are going to take a quick bio, because I need to take a quick bio. I will be right back.
Just let me play support, please. And Mercury Turtle saying that, and then Banana Man saying, "You're the one who drafted the team. What do you mean?" So it's gonna be a very exciting fifth map here. Honestly, it's and as AJ said in the prediction, it's time to go all in. And I actually I'm not sure. I'm not, I'm it could go either way. But we're gonna make it interesting tonight, that's for sure. And while we do that, I of course realize I haven't mentioned tonight that all of our plays of the game, as always, are brought to you by our official, unofficial sponsor, Brondo, the Thirst Mutilator. It's what plants crave. And especially when it's been as hot as summer as it's been, you gotta get your electrolytes. And Brondo has a lot of those, or so I'm told. We make a rule about betting on your own game. It's a big no-no in Major League games. Chaka, I would argue that the points don't matter. So it's kind of hard to, like the channel points don't get you anything. So there's really no reason you can't bet on your own game. And you're right, AJ, my channel points don't matter. Nobody's channel points matter. The channel points literally do not matter. They are just brew bucks. I literally never bet. Let me guess, you probably have like 50,000 channel points that you've just never spent on anything.
Okay. Word is in. We are going to see Fox M tank. We are going to see Fleeblebop Funky DPS.
Listen, Foxhound plays a pretty mean tank.
He does play. He's got a couple hundred hours on Reinhardt, so he's a solid Rhine player.
Yeah,
I think probably his time in the Grab Dragon meta probably taught him a thing or two about how tank is typically played, if I had to guess.
I would imagine so. And we've got yeah, Fanto Guy Fieri for support on map
I
5.
love this. I love the way they're switching it up for map 5. This is a fun match to watch. I'll be honest. Like our tank picks, we're not really seeing like a ton of like the Orisa, the Mauga, the super like sustainy tanks. We got some really flashy, really just like informed tank decisions, and just like composition decisions as well. It's been a fun match to watch.
Yeah, this has been a very exciting 5 maps. Well, 4 maps so far. We've got the R from Fox M just waiting on Mercury Turtle, and we will be heading straight into map number 5. I'm very excited to see it. I think it's going to be a really, really close contest. I think both these teams have been just playing their asses off tonight. And here we go.
Traveling to Suravasi.
I'm curious to see what Banana Man's going to roll out on. I don't think Sigma's going to be the pick. I kind of wonder if he's going to run Junker Queen. I feel like Junker
very
Queen does pretty
possible.
well on flashpoints.
Yeah, I fully expect Fox M to either run out on his trusty Reinhardt or potentially maybe Ramachira. Maybe I'm not quite sure what like the depth of his tank pool is. Yet there's the Reinhardt.
Yeah, Banana Man throwing it in chat. The handshake Rhine. They're gonna do
And
it.
we have the dueling Sombras. That's totally not. They're like, hey, they're going Ryan, go Sombra. Hey, they're going Ryan. I don't know if either Sombra is expecting another one to show up.
Honestly, we've got. If I had to, the thing that you worry about here is Mercury Turtle Sombra is actually pretty spicy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
I think they play a lot of Cassidy and they play a lot of Sombra. That's kind of their go-tos.
Initial flashpoint.
we got
Man, Lazy Turtle on the Bastion.
Fox M's gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, he is.
The handshake Ryan aside, I mean the running Bastion, Lucio, Sombra into Ryan. Oh, Funky.
Oh no!
Absolutely deleted. So it's actually looking pretty good for Banana Man and company right now, but Fox M's gonna charge in, and Banana Man actually got a kill on Fleeblebop there, but died for it. So right now, it actually looks like Fox and the Hounds here are gonna have his first point in the bag right now, as Mercury Turtle just kind of teleports out. So
yeah, even with that early pick on their Sombra, Banana Man trading out for a kill is really just like you can't do that on tank right now, because tank is definitely like the strongest part of a team at the moment. You have another fight breaking out though.
Oh, and the pin! Oh, Banana Man flattening poor Funky Monk. No, I could have sworn Banana Man was holding his shield.
Well, he didn't get shattered, I don't think.
Mercury Turtle almost able to get the point flip there, but not quite enough. This Lazy Turtle Bastion is definitely proving to be a nuisance, but right now Banana Man's just been kind of getting
so low.
kicked out of him, and oh, down goes Fox M. That's a big pick. They could definitely turn things around now. As right now, Guy Fieri getting blasted by Lazy Turtle. Funky Monk also in some trouble there. And a huge beat coming out from Fish. Keeps his team in the fight, and that is going to be a point flip. So
Yeah.
Turtles, I love them, managing to hang on.
I think that there's just so much more pressure coming out of Turtles. I love them. I mean, just look at their ults. You know, they got beat first. They're definitely going to have EMP first. Fox M has already been through a shatter. So we have some really important ones.
Yeah, we got the Bastion ult coming out. That's going to get some nice zoning material there. Here comes the Captive's son. Funky Monk goes down in the back line.
Oh no!
And down goes Guy Fieri, just fighting for his life there. We see Fleeblebop's going to walk over to point and just kind of hang out. I guess looking to see if he can get a little exit pick, but he's not able to, so he just walks away.
A Lazy Turtle Bastion. Not something I could say I've really seen before, but I am digging it. I am 100% in.
I don't know that I've ever seen him play Bastion in the league prior to now. So, or DPS for that matter.
Yeah, come to mention. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, and here comes the Dragon Strike from Fleeblebop that's going to separate Banana Man from his team, but he's going to Fox M, and down he goes. Hughes EMP shuts down the
That EMP is
coalescence that
massive.
Fanso threw. Absolutely massive, and that's going to be first fight in the bag for Turtles. I love them.
Yeah.
First point captured.
You can make an argument that the EMP wasn't really necessary, but in Flashpoint, just like getting the point sometimes is really all you need.
Let me see, Fleeplebop over to the Tracer now. He's going to try and take a little more of that Sombra duel, perhaps. But right now, he's the one who's being hunted.
Exactly. I want to see an EMP shatter. I love EMP shatters. EMP comboed with other ultimate, it's like one of my favorite things in organized play.
Ooh, Mercury Turtle finds her target. But here comes the EMP and Funky Monk, and he dies immediately. And you see big picks coming out there now. We got Hawk, Fox M lighting up the kill feed a little bit here. And it looks like, oh, down goes Fanso. You see if Lazy Turtle can do anything to help his team.
Is he gonna shatter the Bastion? Is he gonna shatter the Bastion? Oh, he didn't.
He's not.
I could feel it. Fox M's finger was on his Q key. He wanted to do it so badly.
I'm sure he did, but I think he knew he was also getting shot in the back by Sombra, and it wasn't going to be worth it by the time he got the shatter off. So,
yeah,
that was a wise decision on his part to hang on to it.
Speaking of wise decisions, we do have a switch to Symmetra, immediately going up onto the Bastion. Is he gonna die for it though? No, Lazy Turtle goes down because of the support on the side of Turtles. Of Fat H.
Yeah, the carry teleporting to him to keep him in that fight was absolutely crucial. And right now, Banana is just standing there. He's just like, whatever, I'm just gonna wait. Because honestly, the more time you get, the less fights you have to win once you flip it again. So 65%.
Needs to get out.
Yeah, Fish is
He's
very
doing
much...
broad things. He's fine.
Oh, he found himself a Fleeplebop. He used his restart to get out. But I didn't even see the blue DC. I was wondering why he was standing still. Nobody called for a pause. Well, happens.
Unlucky.
Honestly, it's the work. Oh, huge EMP.
Oh my goodness.
Shatter. You got what you wanted there, Fox.
Nah, I mean, yeah. I was confused on colors for a second.
And that was a big stagger there on Guy Fieri to finish that out. And this is basically one fight territory for this second point. As Fox M and company wait it out, trying to see if they're going to be able to regroup and push back in. 90%, somebody's going to have to touch. I don't think they're going
Out of
to.
the wire. We do have the same TP to point, though.
And he makes it. Funky Monk dies immediately, though.
With Lazy Turtle on the Bastion.
Oh, man. And here's the Captive Sun once again. And down goes Mercury Turtle. So the Bastion ult is there to clear the point. Down goes Fleeplebop to the Captive Sun. And that is another fight win for Turtles. I love them. And that's going to be 2-0 as they take the lead here decisively. And this could very well be match point right here on this third point in Suravasa.
And we only have a pulse bomb, but we are going to have a sim wall. And sim wall is one of the stronger ultimates among the DPS cast, maybe the strongest. And the thing is, when you're running a Sombra, if you have your EMP, you can cancel it pretty well if you're playing around that. But they opted for the EMP Shatter instead. I know I was saying how much I wanted an EMP Shatter, but the sim wall is going to be a very, very strong tool for Fat H.
I think the real question is going to see here who's able to build their shatter first. And it looks like it's probably going to be Banana Man. He's going to charge right in, flatten Fox M. Just absolute dominance there on that Reinhardt. And he's swinging away. Him and Mercury Turtle. Oh, he wins that fight but dies for it. But here comes.
Oh, there's the sim wall.
That was a very. I
Yeah,
think that's a
they
bit
might
of a,
want that one back.
Yeah, I think Funky's going to want that back. That was definitely a bit of a panic ult.
Yeah. If it were any other character, we might chalk it up to, you know, a fat finger or something, but you do have to, like, press Q and then click and then confirm. So, we'll just say we want that one back.
Yeah, for sure. Here we go. Fox M's 90% to shatter. Banana Man's got his. It's a question of who's going to use it first. I imagine Banana Man's going to try to use this to open the fight if he can. That's pretty much the only ult he has right now. Either team has right now. Well, Lazy Turtle's got Bastion. And we got out. Actually, no, we're very close to EMP. Oh, and Fox M's going to be the first one to strike, and he's going to go straight for Banana Man.
Oh! Oh, valiant effort.
Fieri.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely huge response there, but Fox and Company are still alive, and despite the shatter, despite losing his support, right now Fish is the only one on point touching. And here we go, it's in overtime, but this is one fight territory for Turtles. I love them. So
We're gonna
all
have
they have to
these stagger picks aren't amazing though.
Yeah, right now, but Fox M definitely playing very aggressively here. Gonna get hacked and back off now, but he definitely got himself a lot of solid ult charge that way. He's already 50% to another shatter.
All right, but we are going to have an EMP coming in. We can see the Sombra already setting up.
Here's the B2 engage.
Engage.
Here's the EMP.
Oh.
It's huge. It's
The
got
timing
several
is
people
excellent.
very low, and that is gonna do a hell of a lot. Look at the cleanup.
That execution, just
Textbook
beautiful.
precision. And that is going to be GG's, and that is map 5 in the bag. Turtles, I love them. Coming back from a deficit to win it, a score of 3-2.
My goodness, excellent match. I loved the way. I love seeing like each team come together in their own way. Definitely, like it started a little scrappy as it usually does in PMAOWL, but you really started to see like the identity of each team come out. It was cool. I think the ult usage and the ult economy was just a little bit better on the side of Turtles. I love them, and that really cinched the victory, especially in that last map.
I think the Banana Man tank swap was huge. Just him being, like you mentioned earlier,
Right,
him being
yeah.
able to shot call from the tank position instead of being on DPS, I think made a huge difference from them strategy-wise.
Yeah, I
And
think you're absolutely right.
We saw them come together a lot better on those last 2 maps. So that will do it, folks, for us tonight. This is Bang on My Drums for Fox and Cumulus, Liam Griffin, and the whole Phi Mu Alpha Overwatch League, saying we'll catch you on the flip side.
You can't see